From September 23rd onwards, the 2022 Asian Games will be hosted in Hangzhou, China, lasting for a duration of 15 days. Today, let's delve into the Asian Games and also explore other international sports competitions. The Asian Games, a historical overview. The origins of the Asian Games can be traced back to the Far Eastern Championship Games, which took place from 1913 to 1938, involving countries such as Japan, China, the Philippines, and Thailand, as well as the West Asian Games, featuring Arab nations like Iran, Iraq, and Kuwait. In 1948, the decision was made by Asian nations to merge these two sporting events into a multidisciplinary competition. The inaugural Asian Games occurred in 1951, hosted in New Delhi, India. Subsequently, South Korea organized the first Summer Asian Games in Seoul in 1986, followed by Busan in 2002 and Incheon in 2014. Hangzhou 2022 Asian Games. Following Brazil's economic troubles after hosting the 2014 World Cup, fewer small and medium-sized countries were eager to host sporting events. China, being one of the few nations with a robust economy, became the only bidder to host the 2022 Asian Games. However, the competition was postponed by a year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which is why it is referred to as the 2022 Asian Games even though it's taking place in 2023. This year's Games will feature 40 sports, including the reintroduction of Go and chess, which were last seen at the 2010 Guangzhou Games. Additionally, sports such as League of Legends and Battlegrounds and breakdancing will be included, while bowling has been omitted. What are the continental competitions? Similar to the Asian Games, each continent hosts its own sporting event, totaling 5 major competitions: the European Games in Europe, the African Games in Africa, the Pacific Games in Oceania, the Pan American Games in the Americas, and the Asian Games. However, there is a notable difference. Unlike the Asian Games, which occur 2 years before the Summer Olympics, the other events are held just 1 year before. The European Games, having begun in 2015, have a relatively short history. Israel, once a participant in the Asian Games before being expelled due to strained relations with Arab countries, now competes in the European Games. The African Games commenced in 1965 in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and are typically dominated by nations with large populations or strong economies, such as Nigeria, South Africa, Algeria, and Egypt. The Pacific Games had their origins in Fiji in 1963, with Australia and New Zealand only joining the competition in 2015. The Pan American Games, which had their inception in Argentina in 1951, have seen the United States securing first place in all but the first and 11th editions, which were hosted in Cuba and not attended by the U.S.